Alright, it's recording now. Let's do this, I guess.
And you know what? Let me get my MacBook out while you're doing that. Everything up.
Alright, so what are we doing?
Well, what I'd like to do is a couple questions. I know it's going to take a bit of time, but maybe 2 or 3 questions from section 1, section 5 to 5. You know what I mean?
Alright.
Because then I can get a better gist of like variations on the questions.
Yeah.
Because I know when I went to the video, it was like one question here, one question there. But if we can change up the way it's operated, like go here and then switch it, so I can see what it looks like when it's switched.
Right.
Because I kind of think that's what she did. She gives questions, and it's almost like she switched them from the review to the actual test, and then she switched in the form of everything. Nothing switched, but it seemed like she had.
Okay. So you got the book.
Yes, I do.
Alright, can you just check if this is good?
Yes, I will most certainly do that.
Can you see that line? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you're actually off a little bit off the screen, but hold on. You want to use that side of the board?
Yeah, I'm gonna use this.
Right on. I
Yeah?
can see you from the waist up now.
Where, can you see this?
Yep, you actually got another.
This?
You've actually got another on the screen.
This?
Yep.
Oh, really? This?
Yep.
Oh.
That's where you stop.
Okay.
A little bit, well, a foot and a
Here?
half. Not quite.
Not quite?
Another 6 inches, 5 inches to the left, and I
Here?
see you. Let me see.
Here?
Yeah, right there. That's about the extent of your visual range.
Okay. So we're not gonna use the other part.
So means you have to write smaller.
This is, yeah. Okay. So we did 5.1, 5.2, right?
We did all the way to 5.4 and 5.5. I think we did, but it ended up on my phone, and I can't find it. Or I transferred it. I think actually. Yeah, 5.5 was determinant, so I did do some of it. It's right here.
Yeah, but we didn't do it together.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm just gonna do this again though, so I get the gist of it. Because even if I don't know what's gonna happen with the class.
Alright, I'm just gonna pick anything from 5.1.
Fair enough.
5.1 is the easier one, so I'm just
Oh, it's the
gonna-
easier one, is it?
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh,
do
right. Okay.
only one of them, alright? So you got 2 equations. 2x minus 5y equal to 0. And by the way, this is number 18.
5.1, 18.
And then 4x plus 10y equal to equal to 4. And they gave us x equal to half and y equal to negative 1 over 5. And they want us to check if this is true.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
Well, in the case of the first formula, don't you want to separate it? You want to keep the y on the other side, the one side, right?
Alright, so in
The
this
original
problem,
formula.
they gave us x and y. They solved for it. And they
Oh,
want us to
okay.
make sure if these numbers are right.
Oh, right. Okay.
So what do? You sub it in the first equation and the second equation, right?
So that's substitution, you're saying?
Not the substitution, you're just subbing these values of x and y into
Oh,
this.
okay. So then it would be.
And if it's true, it has to equal to 0 in the first one.
So
If
it's
true,
2
it
times.
has-
So the first one is 2 times x minus 5.
Yeah, so case 1.
5 times negative 1 over 5.
So in case 1 you got 2 times half minus 5 times negative half
Negative half. I should have said that was easier.
equal to 0. Sorry, negative 1 over 5, not negative half. Right?
Yeah. Oh, negative. Yeah. Okay. Negative 1 over half. That's the distinction I was having trouble with.
Alright,
Case.
this is case 1.
Case 1. Okay. I say we did case 2 already. I don't remember. Case 1. So it's. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. Okay. So 2. I get it. 2 times 1/2 minus 5 times negative 1/5 equals 0. Okay.
Alright, do you want me to write this so you don't,
What do you mean?
like,
Right
you don't
down.
have to write it? Because we're videotaping it anyway.
Oh yeah. Okay. It's just I
See
think
what
a
I
part
mean?
of-
So you can see it too.
Yeah. Okay. I think part of it. Yeah. Okay. I'll watch.
Yeah. Alright. What is 2 multiplied by half?
2.5, isn't it?
It's multiply, not added.
Oh,
How do you do that? How do you do something like that?
what?
How do you multiply a number by a fraction?
Wouldn't it just be 2 times 2 plus 1? Or am I doing something wrong?
No, you would do.
I'm thinking of something else.
How do you multiply a number by a fraction? Do you remember that?
You have to turn the other one into a fraction. Isn't it 2 over 1 times 1 over 2?
Okay.
That's the one I remember now.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then?
And then you, it's a cross, no, it's not cross multiply. It's just
No.
2 times 1 and 1 times 2, it's 2 over 2.
2 over 2.
Which is equivalent to like 1, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And that's
So
true.
basically that's like 1 minus 5. What, wait, no 1?
That's 1, right?
And then you gotta figure out 5.
Minus. What
Same
is?
thing, negative 1 over, negative 5 over 1.
Alright. Okay.
And it would be,
This is over 1, right?
yeah, that's, yeah.
So, what is negative 5 multiplied by negative 1?
Positive 5.
So positive, right?
1 plus 5, okay.
This is 5.
I see, and that's 1 plus 1.
1 plus 1 equal to 0?
That's not true.
No. It is
That's
not.
really cool.
Okay.
I've said this before, but I don't remember seeing it done that way.
Yeah. Alright. Let's do the other case.
Are there 3 cases usually? Or 2?
Oh, 2. You have 2 equations. Right?
Mhm.
So if you have 2 equations, you do it twice. So for equation number 2, I got 4 multiplied, what's x?
Just 1.
What's a half? Okay. It's given.
Wait a minute. Oh,
It's
yeah,
given.
okay, right, sorry.
It's not, you're not finding anything here, you're
I
just
forgot
making
to
sure.
look over the right though.
Right? Plus. And what is y?
Negative 1/2, or negative 1/5.
Alright. And that's equal to 4.
Okay, hold on, clear, we've been over this before. It's negative 1 over 5, or is it negative 1/5? There's a distinction, isn't there? Or are they the same?
Okay, it doesn't matter if you write it negative 1 over 5, or 1 over negative 5, or negative 1 over 5. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I thought it affected the numbers based on.
They're all the same.
Okay.
Okay? It doesn't matter. So, how do you do this? Same thing, number multiplied by a fraction. So you go 4,
Yeah, 4 over 1, 1 over 2.
4 over 2, right?
What did I say, 4 over 2?
Yeah? Is that right?
Oh yeah, that's right, 4 times 1, 1, yeah, that's right.
Okay. What is 10 multiplied by negative 1?
Comes up to negative 10.
Negative 10. This is over 1, right? Or is 1 multiplied by 5?
5, sorry, 5.
5. That's equal to 4. Right? What is 4 divided by 2?
2.
What is 10 divided by 5?
2.
Is this equal to 0? 4?
No, 2 minus
No.
2 is not 4.
Yeah, so that's wrong.
You're gonna say equal to 0, I'm like, yeah, it
Yeah,
works.
so 0 equal to 4? No, it's not. So, and it doesn't work for both cases. Alright, this is just for you to make sure. So basically, what they did here, they give you 2 equations and they give you the solution, and they just want you to find if the solution is right. So to find out the solution is right, you have to sub in x and y into these values, right?
Right, that's probably part of the reason I forgot on the test. That's not substitution though, is it? That's something else.
No. When you do substitution, you're solving for x and y.
Okay, I'll have to remember. Well, we'll get to that anyway though, right? As we go?
Yeah. 5.2.
So it's all those numbers like that from 5.1?
Oh, they are all the same, yeah. Alright, find the slope of negative 2.8.
And that I believe is x2 minus x1 over, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus.
Yes.
That I found was easy.
1.2. 4.2.
This is easy.
So you label them, right?
Yeah. Negative 2.8 is x.
Label them. x1,
Yeah. Oh, x2 or y2.
y1.
And x1 1.2 is x2. 4.2 is y2.
Alright.
And I labeled them at the test when I
Your
forgot.
slope is equal to y2
Minus
minus
y1
y1 over
x2
x2 minus
x2.
x1.
Sorry.
x1.
I'm getting them mixed up in my head, and I know what I'm supposed to be saying, so it's gonna be
So the
4.2, yep,
equal to
4.2
4.2
minus 3.4
minus 3.4
over 1.2
1.2
minus negative 2.8.
2.8. So the slope equal to, what is 4.2
I know,
minus
just a minute.
3.4?
3.4, 0.8.
What is 1.2 minus negative
Minus
2.8?
Negative 2.8? I got 4.
Alright. What's the slope? What is 0.8 divided by 4?
2.2.
0.2?
Yep.
So 0.2. That's a slope.
So that would be like 0 and 0.2 then. Oh no.
No, slope
No,
is a
slope.
number.
I was thinking intercept.
Slope is a number, alright?
Okay.
That's your slope. Which
Oh,
means
that's what I forgot to do in this. So if I were to carry at 9 and whatever, like negative 9 and another number, then I would divide the one number by the other to get the actual slope number, right?
yeah.
I didn't
so,
finish that equation. I thought there was something missing and I just didn't finish it. Bugger.
Alright.
Oh well.
So if you get 0.2, what does that mean? If you put divided by 1, you rise 0.2,
And you run to the
You run.
right. Yeah.
1, right?
Yep.
Alright.
See, I now understand that. And I even understand here, but I didn't do it in the math test.
Alright, we're gonna do number... So number 16. So number 16, you got m
Yep.
equal to negative 4, comma 0, negative 2.
You
So,
already got your
so they gave you the slope,
and the x-intercept.
they give you the y-intercept,
Sorry, thank you.
and they want you to sketch the line. Sketch it.
Okay, so you got to graph it basically then.
You graph it, right? That's your x. That's your y. Right?
So yeah, so
Where do you start from?
You're actually going to start at negative 2, 0, but negative 2 will be your true starting point.
So this one here, right?
Yeah. And the negative 4 has to be over a 1, right?
Yeah.
How come I can do this so easy in the outside the class environment?
So you rise negative 4. Well, basically you go down, right?
Yeah, you're
Because
going down and
negative.
you're going out 1.
Alright. So from this point,
You're going down to about 2, 6. 1, 2, 3,
1,
4.
2, 3, 4. So this is going to be negative 6 here,
Yeah.
right? And I'm going to the right by 1, so somewhere here, right?
And then you just connect the 2 dots, the
Yeah.
2 lines, 2 dots. Point.
That's it. That's how you graph it.
And that was what I did today in the test. It was easy that. We had two of them. We had to determine the point of intersection at 1.2. We had to graph it and then we had to determine, solve it by graphing.
Yeah.
But that's done. I understand how this works.
Okay.
We actually didn't have a question much like this on the test. What is Kramer's law?
Let's get to this
Okay.
because this is. I don't think we had the chance to do it together.
No, we didn't. I thought I knew it, but she spelled it wrong for one thing, and for another, it threw me when I saw it. I think part of it too is we gotta attach. I gotta be able to attach the actual laws to the math mechanics of the math. Because when she said Kramer's law, she said something else. I didn't know what she was talking about. Because slope and y-intercept, those are easy. I know exactly what those are.
All right. So if you got, I'm gonna do number 20,
2.
26.
Okay.
So 26 is. They give you this equation, negative 2y equal to 7. They want you to find the slope and y-intercept. How do you do that?
Don't you have to rearrange the formula to start with?
What's the formula? What's the original formula?
Y equals mx plus b.
Yes. Of x plus b. So I have to have.
Y on by itself.
So how do I do this here? How do I
Well,
have
then
y?
you would take the negative 2 and move over to the other side, make it a positive 2, wouldn't you?
Alright, this is negative 2 multiplied by y. So
I
negative
missed
2y.
something. Oh, divide it.
Alright. Yeah.
You divide the other side by the same.
Right?
Right.
So y equal to
7 over 2, over negative 2.
or negative 7 over
Negative 7 over 2,
Right.
okay, that works too.
Okay, what's the slope?
Well, your slope is negative 7 over 2. Oh, I'm sorry, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What is the slope?
mx,
Here.
it's the number before.
It's a number in front of x. Do you have x
We don't
here?
have an x, so we don't have the slope there yet.
So it's 0.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
What does y-intercept?
We know that one, that's negative 7, 2. Oh no, wait a minute. 0. We don't seem to have that either. Am I making a mistake here?
Y-intercept, this is always 0, right?
Yeah.
What is b? Do you have x? No. Do you have b?
Yeah, you do have b.
So negative 7.
7 over 2.
This
Okay.
is a weird one. Why? Because you don't have x. How do you graph this? If you don't have a slope.
Oh, the slope is your right. Oh,
You don't have a slope.
no, you
Slope
don't.
is 0. How do you graph it? What does it mean when you say a slope is 0? It's not going up. It's not going down. So it's going
Straight across one of the axes.
yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So y is always negative 7 over 2. Now 7 over 2 is 3.5, so negative 3.5. Okay? Same thing, right? 7 over 2 is 3.5.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because you divide the difference.
Okay. So y is always negative 3.5. So if I have negative 1, negative 2,
Whoa! Before we finish that, what do you mean always? Like,
y is equal to negative 3.5.
you mean in this particular case is always?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because you say always. I thought you were emphatically stating that wouldn't make any sense to me.
No.
Okay, so
In this
case,
question.
in this case, yes, it's always negative 7 over 2.
So it would be a point here, right?
Right?
Now, if x is 1, negative 3.5, negative 3.5, you will get a point along that line, right?
You mean if x is 0, don't you?
It doesn't matter, there's no x. Y is always negative 3.5.
Okay, so that's. Yeah. That's
So-
Okay.
So, if you have, watch this, if you have y equal to 1, your line on the graph, if this was 1,
Yep.
you will do a horizontal line. 1, crossing the 1. If y equal to 7, you will go to 7.
Oh, because you don't have a 0 to run or an x to run across.
Not a 0,
An x, I said.
not an x. Yeah, you don't have an x.
Yeah, in other words, you don't have an x to intercept with.
What if you have x equal to 1?
Same thing, except it's gonna go on a vertical
Yeah,
plane.
so this is 1 and it's going to go like that.
It'll never touch. Y.
Yeah. Okay? So, with this question, it's so easy. You don't have x, you don't have slope. Slope is always coefficient of x. If you don't see x,
Okay.
is
What the heck is? We keep talking about what is the coefficient.
the number in front of x. I told you many times.
You did, okay, but why do we call it coefficients?
I don't know.
So there's no real meaning behind the name. It's just connected to.
Why do you care? It's just called.
I think it's because as soon as I heard the word coefficient in the test, I went looking for something that wasn't there.
It's just a number in front of x.
Okay.
Attached to it. Right?
Okay.
Do you have a number here? In front
For
of
x, no.
No. Is there a slope?
No.
Right. Is there a b?
Yeah, there's b. Yes, because plus b is your y.
So in this situation, x is equals to 0, so you don't have this, you have y equal to b. Which what you have here, y equal to b, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's what's going on here. Alright?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do another one, same as this, different numbers.
Definitely different numbers.
Yeah, coefficient is the number in front of
X.
the variable. Doesn't have to be x. What is
Oh.
the coefficient of y? It's
That
2.
would be 2.
What is the coefficient of x?
27.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
It's a number in front of the variable. So if you want to take the slope, you take the coefficient of x, right?
Okay.
Let's do number 28. So same thing, they give you an equation
1.5x minus 2.4y
Okay,
equal to 3.
okay.
They want you to find the slope, and they want you to find the y-intercept.
Y-intercept.
What is the first thing you have to do here?
Well, if we're going to do it the way we've done it all this time, we won't just keep the 2.5y, 2.4y fixed, which means we're going to, it's negative 2.4y fixed, which means we're gonna move the 1.5x over the other side, and it becomes, wait a minute, let me say this, negative 2.4y equals 3 minus 1.5x.
Okay.
And that's as far as I got in the test with this one.
You divide this by negative 2.4.
Oh, and I did that, okay, and then the other, same thing, 2.4.
Right.
And then it becomes,
y.
that's y, yeah, because those two cancel each other out.
Yeah.
And it's 3 over negative 2.4
Yeah.
and minus 1.5x.
No.
See, that's where I got mixed up, because we did that one time, and I think I got...
We didn't do it one time. We did it
do
a
that?
lot. We did it a lot. This divided by this and that divided by that.
But we created a separate equation for 1.5 divided by 2.4, didn't we? I thought we did anyway.
No, I told you you put this sign, the middle sign, the negative one here, right? Put that in.
That's
is-
what I'm talking about, okay.
What is 1.5? Well, that's not equation. That's just
Not an
method.
equation, but I mean, I'm using the wrong terms. that's the
I'm
problem.
simplifying this to you. I could just do negative 1.5 divided by negative 2.4. Negative and negative is gone. So you're gonna get 1.5 divided by 2.4, but this has to be positive. Because negative divided by negative
Negative
is
is a
positive.
positive number.
And then you put the x. So it's always you divide this number by this number, and this number by this number, and then you put the x.
Okay.
As
Okay.
simple
Yeah, I got
as
it.
this.
I got it.
Alright, let's see if you got it. 5 minus 3x divided by 3. How do you do this?
Oh, wouldn't it be 5 divided by 3?
Mm-hmm.
And then you bring down the negative, the minus sign, and it becomes 3 divided by 3x.
Where do I put the x?
The x goes beside the 3 over 3.
Yes. So this is basically equal to 5 over 3.
Yep.
3 divided by 3 is 1. 1x. Well, 5 over 3 minus x, right?
Yep.
So, remember this. This is important. Whenever you have to solve for y, you will get this. Something like that. Okay? So you need
Okay,
to...
well, okay, let me ask you a question. We have, this is what confused me as part of the test. 3 minus 1.5x over negative 2.4.
Yeah.
When we dropped it down, we changed it to a positive. That because divide? Oh, because we divided the against the negative. Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Alright.
Okay,
This
okay.
number is positive.
Yes.
This number is negative.
Yes.
When I divided them,
You get a negative result.
a negative. This number is negative. This number is negative.
Okay.
Okay?
So the denominator, the divisor or whatever is always the number underneath.
Yes.
Okay. I'll have to remember that. I was frustrated.
Alright. What is the slope? What's the slope? What is the slope? It's m, right?
Yeah.
And where is
Oh, okay. So it's 1.5 over 2.4.
Alright.
And your y-intercept is 0 and 3, isn't it? No, wait.
0 is right. What's the other number?
Negative 2.
So this is m. This is x. Where is b?
X plus b.
Yeah,
You got b. I'm sorry.
this is b. This is just flipped. I could write this. I could go y equal to 1.5x. 1.5 divided by 2.4 x minus 3 over 2.4, right?
So we don't touch this negative though, eh? Oh, you put the minus number. So that 3.3 over 2.4 doesn't change any. That just stays then. That doesn't. We don't divide that.
You could divide it.
But
You could divide it.
because that's what I think I was looking for, and then you get the number that you get the resultant number becomes b, doesn't it?
What is your b? That's my question. Where is it?
Negative 2.4.
No. Your b is the whole thing.
Oh,
This is b.
3 over negative 2.4.
Yeah, yeah. Because 3 divided by negative 2.4 is a number. Right? If you put that
Oh,
in.
right. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Makes sense.
So a negative 3 over 2.4.
I see what you're doing there.
Okay? So that's your slope, that's your y-intercept. Alright?
Oh, okay, yeah, because you need the rise over run. I forgot about that. At 2.4 is your run, and negative 3 is your rise.
No. Slope is rise
Slope,
over
sorry.
This is
Okay,
rise over run.
How would we graph that? What would that look like? You'd graph that 0 and
Okay.
negative 3 over 2.4.
Those numbers are nasty because decimal numbers.
That's part of the problem I'm seeing, is trying to figure out how they would look at. That's why I got mixed up, because I'm trying to figure out where they would look on a graph.
Did they ask for a graph? If they ask, you have to do it. But if they don't, why do you care?
I think she did ask for some graphic. Oh, please don't do that. The sound makes my skin crawl.
Oh yeah,
Sorry. Oh. Okay, I'm better. I can't stand that sound.
Yeah. So what's a It's the same thing. I could do. What is 3 divided by negative 2.4? I will make this easier for you. What is 3 divided by negative 2.4? What is the number?
Negative 1.25.
Okay, negative 1.25.
That's what it says. Oh. What am I missing?
No, that's right. I think that's right. What is 1.5 divided by 2.4?
0.625.
625. That's nice.
Okay.
Does it look better? No? What's your slope if you have this equation?
Well, your slope is 0.625.
Alright. Coefficient of x, right?
Okay,
Right?
yes, yep, I got
What is-
that part.
what is-
So your y is 0 and negative 1.25.
Alright. So see, if you see decimals, it's easier, but when you see fraction, I don't know, you get confused.
That's maybe what it is.
Yeah.
So if I change those numbers, I can create that look better, what you just did there, as opposed to that right there. Because I keep thinking I need to divide it, that doesn't feel finished when I see negative 3 over 2.4, doesn't feel finished to me.
You could do it if you think this is too complicated, because this is a right answer too. This is a right
And
answer.
I think I could graph that better in my head, if I needed to graph it. I know they didn't ask for it, but if they ever do, if I can see it on a graph, then I can actually see it better. where
But
it's
when
going-
you graph it, you will need divided by 1.
Right,
Because this is rise, this is run,
right,
right?
which isn't gonna be a very big graph.
Okay? Is this okay?
Yep.
Alright.
Now, when you're downloading the thing to the video, whoa, the thing's coming off because of the tips on the table.
I think we need to charge it.
Oh, that's fine. Oop, there's a plug right beside it.
Yeah.
Well, keep going, I won't charge it, I'll listen to what you're saying. I'm gonna be watching the video anyway. I find it really strange, I watched the video, I got everything, and then when I came to the class, it all just kind of vanished. Okay, so, this goes to, where did I plug into it? It's in the body of it, isn't it?
Okay,
Do you know where it is? Oh yeah, it's up here somewhere.
I think I do. Here?
That's your audio output, or is that your?
AV out. No,
That won't work.
should be in. Should say in, right?
Would that be on here by any chance?
I think so.
It is. You can actually see the connection point for it is right there, I think, based on the shape of that output.
DC in, right?
Yeah, that's your battery charger. DC is direct current, eh?
12 minutes. You can't charge it directly?
I don't think so, unless.
You could. I'm pretty sure.
I think you could. What's
yeah,
that?
That's it.
Oh, beautiful. Is it charging?
Think so? It's not telling me 12 minutes or whatever.
You would think you'd see some sort of battery response. Oh, actually, the battery response is there, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
The white bars. You might want to charge your phone too. I'm not sure if it's going out or if it's just beeping for the sake of it.
No, it's good. It's charging. Alright, so
12 over 1 and 0 and 30.
What's the slope for this?
The slope is negative 12x, or 12, sorry, negative 12 over 1.
Alright, thank you.
And your y-intercept is 30. See, that was easy.
Okay, what is
Done
your
it repeatedly.
x-intercept? Let's make it now.
Oh. That's different. How did we do that before?
With y-intercept, x is 0.
With the x-intercept, y is always 0. So it's 30 and 0. No, wait, no, that's not right. No.
Y is 0, so what you have to do, you have to sub in y as 0 and then solve for x. Okay?
Okay. We've done this before, but I remember how you did it.
Alright, so if I have y as 0
Okay, yeah.
equal to negative 12x, right?
Yeah. Plus
Plus
30.
30.
Oh.
Right. I can bring this to the other side.
Now it becomes negative, it becomes 12x plus 30. Or 12x equals 30, okay.
Divided by 12.
12 divided by 12.
So x equal to 30
12.
over 12. What is x? What is 30 divided by 12?
Oh. I don't know, let's find out. 2.5.
2.5. Okay. Now,
That sounds about right, yeah, because
yeah, that's
I wasn't sure about that. I was trying to do that in my head.
okay. If I give you 2 points, can you graph something? Can you graph a line if I give you 2 points? Can you graph it?
I don't think so, no. Don't
No? Don't you just connect them?
you? Well, yeah, okay, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, only for linear equation like that. It's called a linear.
I see what you mean, okay.
Okay. Now, I got 2 points here. This is my y-intercept. This is my x-intercept. Can I graph this? These are 2 points, which means I'm not gonna use the slope method anymore.
No, you've already got the points right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
0, 30 somewhere here, right?
And 0 and 2.5.
And 2.5 here.
And then you just
2.5 and 0, right?
Sorry.
Right. And now
So you just connect them.
now, how do you make sure? Look, how much am I going down here? How much? To reach to this point. And how much I'm traveling in this way.
30 and 2.
So 30, I'm traveling here
Down
2.5,
2. 2.5, yeah.
right? But I'm going down 30,
Yeah.
right? So this should be negative, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going down 30, I'm going to the right.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So rise over run, right?
Negative 30
Negative
over
30.
2.5.
2.5. What is this answer?
Oh, see, it's gonna be like 14 something. I'm not entirely sure. 15 maybe. 30 divide 2.5. 12. What did I say?
It's negative 12, right?
Yeah, it's negative 12. Yeah, I didn't
What
mean
is
it's
that?
Negative 12. Negative 12.
So when you
Oh,
graph this,
very
is it-
clever. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works out. Negative 12 over 1 because you have to have the slope as 1.
So if you have 2 points, you can graph a linear equation. Okay, if you have 2 points. But when we did it, we did y-intercept and slope. If you want to go nuts and find x-intercept, you can graph it easier because you got 2 points. You just connect them, right?
Okay, yep. Just give me a minute to digest that. We went. You run that tape just for a minute. Where did we get the 2.5 again? The x-intercept? Where did we get it again? It's not in this equation. We did.
Okay, what's the slope? How did we get the slope?
Well, slope was already mx plus b.
Yeah.
So it was negative 12 over. It was negative 12 over 1.
How did we get the y-intercept?
Well, we know that the y-intercept is a coordinate of 0 and 30.
How did you get the 30? How do you get it?
Remember what I'm talking about now. Y equals mx plus b. B is 30.
Okay, thank you. How do you get what x-intercept?
It'll be the same thing except
We said y is equal to
Ze-
0.
0.
And then you have to solve for x. You go back here, right? This equation. You set y equal to 0. 0
Yeah.
equal to negative 12x plus 30. We took this to the other side.
And we made it negative 12
12x equal to
And then we
50
divide it.
divided by 12 divided by 12. So
That's
x equal to 2.5.
Nah, okay, there we go. That's sorry.
And you put it in
I
here.
missed that spot.
Alright?
At least now remember, we did it twice, so I'm gonna get it this time.
Yeah? Alright?
Yep.
Makes sense? Alright, this is done. We gonna do 5.3.
Okay?
Do you remember if she did ask for x-intercept in the test?
I don't think she did, no, which I find weird. I don't think she did though. We had 5 pages too, so.
Five point three. What do we have here? That's when you do the substitution method.
Okay. That's what I need to focus on too. I struggle with that one. Because I got to the part where I was able to.
No, I'm sorry, that's a graphing method. My bad. Yeah, we do the substitution method next. That's a graphing method. Right?
Yeah.
So, if I get x minus 4y equal to 6,
And the other equation will be something else, right?
yeah,
So we gotta create a third equation, or well, another equation.
2y equal to x plus 4. So you have two equations, and you have to find x and y by graphing. What do we need? What are the stuff we need to graph a linear equation? What did we need?
Well, don't we, y equals mx plus b?
Okay, what do you need?
Well, to start with, we need we could.
Yeah, keep going, yeah. Don't be, slope, right? You need the slope,
Yeah, you need the slope
and you need
the
y-intercept. Okay. Find the slope here, find the slope here, find y-intercept and y-intercept.
Okay, so the first one is negative.
Alright, the first one. Okay. Is this solved for y?
No, it is not.
Okay. This is fixed,
So
right?
it's- yeah.
This goes to the other side.
So it's negative 4y equals 6 minus x.
You divide this by negative 4.
And divide the other one by negative 4 as well.
Negative 4. So y equal to 6 over negative 4.
x. Oh, you don't need x, that's right, sorry. You don't need the x.
Yeah, and then?
And then, what? I'm missing something on it.
Yeah, you are.
0 and 6.
How do I divide this? How do I divide this? We did this a lot. We did it today too.
6 divide negative 4 and x divide negative 4.
Yeah, thank you. X is actually 1.
So yeah, so it's 1 divided, so it's 6
So
divided.
negative 1 though, right? There's a negative 1 here. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Right? So what is negative 1
Oh.
divided by negative 4?
It's a positive number.
So positive, right? 1 over 4. Where do I put the x?
Right beside it.
X.
I get it, okay.
What's my slope?
Excuse me.
Alright, can you convert this 6 divided by negative 4? It will be easier.
If you go into 6 divided negative 4, it turns into negative 1.5.
Negative 1.5. Alright. What's my slope?
1 over 4. X. Or 1 over 4, I don't know.
You don't really know?
No, 1 over 4, I don't know if we need to keep, we don't keep the x for the rest of it though. We've already eliminated, haven't we?
What's the slope?
Slope is your rise over run.
What's the slope? It's m. It's a coefficient of x. Not x. Coefficient of x. The number in front of x.
Which is just 1/4,
Yeah.
1/4.
No, don't take x. You never take x, okay?
We didn't, I said it's just slope equals 1/4.
Alright?
So
Not
that's
quarter
stays-
x.
No, that's why I
So-
corrected myself, because I thought we didn't take the other.
What's
Y
y-intercept?
is 0 and negative 1.5.
Thank you, 0 and negative 1.1. That's good.
I'll have to watch this video several times when I get home, just to remind myself what the coefficient is.
Now, let's graph this.
Okay. So
Where
you're
do I
gonna start at 0, well 1.5 actually.
So this is negative 2, so
Negative
somewhere here,
1.5,
right?
right? And you're going to go up 1
Up 1.
and out.
How much is that if I go up
It's going
1?
to be actually like 0.5.
Yes. No. I'm traveling from negative 1.5 and I'm going up by 1. It's not gonna be, 0.5 is
Zero.
gonna be negative 0.5.
.5.
Negative 0.5, sorry, thank you, negative 0.5.
You can try it in your calculator. Negative 1.5 plus 1, right?
Negative 1.5 plus 1 is negative 0.5.
Yeah. 0.5 and then
I didn't even have the negative, I knew that was right, but I didn't have the negative. And negative,
Right.
oh,
So somewhere here and out by
4.
2, 3, 4.
Yep,
Somewhere here, right?
yep.
Actually, here. Right? So this
Yeah,
is
'cause
my
then-
2
yeah.
points. What do I do?
Just draw a line between them.
Right?
You been drinking when you're on that line?
Yeah.
I gotta get off the hot sauce.
Alright, number 2. I want to find the slope and y-intercept.
Okay,
Is this solved for y?
yes, actually it is.
Is it solved for y?
No, it's not solved for y, no, because we've gotta eliminate the number in front of it.
Okay, how do you do that?
Well, you would divide it by 2.
Yes, so divide this by 2,
And
divide that by 2.
2.
So you get y equal
Yeah,
to.
equals 1 divide 2
Okay.
plus 4 divide 2.
Okay, 1 divided by 2, that's perfect. You don't forget the x.
Yeah, I didn't forget the x this time. Oh, well, I did
Plus?
forget the x. Plus 2. Or 4 divided 2, but,
Which is 2.
yeah.
What's your slope?
Give me a second here. Slope is 1 over 2.
Okay. What's y-intercept?
0 and 2.
Is 0 and 2.
2, yeah.
How do you graph this? Where do you start? From 0
You're gonna
to 2,
start
right?
at 0, you're gonna go up to 2.
Alright, so
Okay.
that's a point.
Now you're going to rise 1
Rise 1.
and go run 2.
So somewhere here, right?
Yeah? And then you just connect the 2. Boy, that's a huge line, a dot on that line, or a huge mark.
Yeah, they connect somewhere here.
Now here's a question, what if you have,
And then you go, you find what the x here, and then what the y.
I forgot I was gonna ask you, I had a question I wanted to ask and I completely forgot what it was. Oh well, we'll get to it in a minute, I think. Eventually I'll run into it. Okay, now, in 5.2, was there anything in there, what was that called? That was by by
5.2?
5.2, what was the classification of method, the method?
There's no
Got
method.
Kramer's rule, we've got
No,
graphing.
no. In 5.2 you find the slope, you find y-intercept, you graph it.
Slope my intercept, though, is what I was using.
Yeah. And
Okay.
5.3 is
Graphing,
yeah.
okay.
So basically you know how to find the slope, you know how to find y-intercept, you just graph it. Where they meet, you do this. You do this in a graph paper, not
Understood, yeah, because the precision is great in graph paper. And then you just determine where they actually intersect, right
Yeah.
there at that line, and that's your solution.
that's your point. So if you go up, this is your x, and if you go to the right, this is your y.
So that's like
You take
4,
these two numbers.
negative 4, and
I would say like it's -7 maybe, and this is -5 if this
Fine.
was drawn correctly, right?
okay, I was off by 1, but yeah. Yeah, okay, that's about right.
All right.
Yeah, if it was drawn correctly. Right now you're looking at some weird numbers.
Yeah. So this is good, right?
Yeah?
This is 5.3. 5.3 is all about graphing. This is how you do it. You find the slope, you find y-intercept. Now the only thing you need to worry about is this solved for y? If it's yes, that's perfect. If it's not, you bring x to the other side, you divide by the number.
And I was able to get that, but I feel like I missed something on the task in regard to that.
Alright.
I was able to do it this way, this I get. I understand this. Sometimes it takes me a bit to get there though.
Yeah.
Still looking to teach math, are you?
Me?
You said something about teaching math, right?
Yeah.
How come you're in mechanics then if you're gonna teach math?
You know how much math we use in mechanics?
No.
A lot.
Well, I'd have to imagine some, I just don't know how much.
Yeah, a lot.
What is it, mechanics is what specifically though? Aren't there different fields in mechanics?
I'm studying mechanical engineering, so it's not mechanics. Mechanical. Right?
Mechanical engineering, so what is that, what's that all about?
Everything moves. Like a machine. You calculate the speed
Okay,
of a machine, for example.
so it's
a
almost like
robot,
velocity.
Yeah,
Velocity and force, that uses physics then, doesn't it?
it does, and
To
math.
some degree,
And
yeah.
a lot of math. But, yeah.
Anything like this math?
This math,
Yeah.
like, this is level 1.
Thanks a lot.
No, seriously.
Yeah, well, okay, I'm stuck with this.
This
That's
is the
okay.
basic stuff. Like you need to know this to go ahead in engineering. I think every field. I believe you have statics.
We do, we'll have
Civil
statics next,
engineering?
yes.
If you
Don't
like
get
struggling
this.
with this,
I
you will
understand
never
that,
get statics.
I understand it, but that's why I'm trying to get it, if I don't get it, well,
Yeah.
then a
Because
program change is
statics-
inevitable.
Now we're solving two, like for example, now we're solving two unknowns, x and y. In statics, you will go nuts. You will solve for 3 unknowns, 4 unknowns. It's gonna get harder. Plus, in statics, if you make one mistake, everything is wrong.
Yeah, because you have to go backtrack and find out where the mistake went,
Yeah.
because each number is dependent on the one before it.
Yeah. So you need this. This is fundamental, especially for engineering, and every engineering. I took this too.
No, I believe you, obviously you took it, you know it.
So, I mean, yeah. I don't know if you don't have dynamics. You have statics.
Yeah, we don't have, I don't think I've heard dynamics yet. I know we have statics though, I'm certain of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. Alright, so now we're gonna do the substitution. Alright?
Yep.
So this is 5.4. Alright, we're gonna do number 14. 3a plus 3b, not x and y.
That's part of what I was with, probably part of why I had trouble on the test, because I forgot completely about, I focused on X and Y. But A and B mean essentially the same thing, don't they?
Okay, do you want to change them? To x and y? Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
Two different
But
variables.
we now know that Y, it's not, so we have to solve for A in this case. No?
Look, it's absolutely your choice what to solve for.
Okay.
Which one do you want to start
I
with?
prefer to solve for the one that represents, in this case, Y, which would be this A, right?
No, don't tell me why. It's either A or B. There's no Y
A.
in this question.
Okay.
Don't think there's Y. There's no Y. Otherwise, I will just change the whole thing to Y.
Then does that Y M equals MXB?
No.
Okay, there we go, good,
Yeah, no.
okay. Alright,
Alright. So, my suggestion, when you do substitution, my suggestion, it doesn't really matter if you do the first one or the second one.
right.
You will end up having the same answer. My suggestion is to use the first one.
Okay.
That's where you start from.
That's what she said to me.
It's just a suggestion. You can start from the second one, which is actually easier to find A in this situation. But just to keep it consistent, when you do substitution, start from the first one. So you don't have to think about like where you start from. Just start from the first one.
Yeah, you said something about creating a circle, so.
Alright? So this is my equation 1. This is my equation 2. Now I need to solve for something. A or B. Which one do you want to solve?
That's for sake of consistent self-rating.
Solve for it. So I have to keep it here, right? Bring this to the other side,
That's what I missed.
right?
Yeah, so because 3 equals negative 3b.
Negative 1 minus 3.
Oh, 1, I'm sorry, 1.
Right?
Yeah.
Now what do I
One.
do? I divide this
Yeah,
by 3.
divided by 3 and that by 3.
Alright. So A is equal to, remember this?
Yes, I do.
What is this equal to?
Well, a is equal to negative 1 divided by 3.
Yeah, that's good.
And negative 3 divided by 3.
Yeah.
And the b goes on the outside.
Yeah, perfect. Therefore A equal to negative 1 over 3 minus 1, right? 3
Yeah,
divided
because,
by
yeah,
3.
minus 1.
So basic minus B, right? Do you agree on that?
Right, okay, yep, okay.
That's it. You find what that is. Now, you take this equation, let's call this the third equation.
Third equation, yes. And you plug it into the second equation.
Second one, where do I plug it in? Into A, because I just found what A is. Right?
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, so now it's 5
5
bracket negative 1 over 3 equals
minus B,
minus what?
minus B
Oh, minus b, right, thank you.
equal to,
Negative 6 bracket b minus 1.
well, negative 6B, right?
6b, okay. So yeah, 6b minus 1.
Minus 1. Just keep it the same, don't you?
Okay, okay.
So how do you do this?
You have to put the 5, don't you have to put the 5 over a 1? Or am I doing something different?
So I'm gonna multiply this number by this.
Distributive power, so yeah. So you get a negative 5 over 3
Yeah.
minus 5b.
Equal to negative 6B
b minus 1.
minus 1.
Alright, now I want you to find out what is negative 5 divided by 3 in your calculator.
Yeah, negative 5 divided 3 equals negative 1.6, negative 1/3, isn't it?
Negative 1
666 all the way to 7.
uh,
Yeah, but 6, 7, okay, that works too.
minus 5b equal to negative 6b. I'm just rewriting this.
Right, yeah, minus 1.
Okay? Now what do? I got only b and numbers here, right?
So you wanna collect them by moving this, one of them over.
Yeah. So I'm gonna decide to move this over.
Yeah,
It
so
doesn't
then it
matter.
becomes
Whatever you want.
6b plus 5b.
Okay.
If you move it over, right? Because you got a
I'm
negative
moving this there, right? And I'm
Yeah.
gonna move this number to the other side.
Right,
One step. 6b, right?
yeah. Plus. It's a minus still?
Minus 5b, right? This is negative 5b. Stays
Okay,
negative 5b,
right, okay.
right?
Alright, and then you got negative 1.67 minus 1. Wait, what am I doing? Negative 1 minus plus 1.67.
Okay. Okay.
I think I remember to use the signs.
Yeah. Whatever you take.
Take across the equal sign changes.
Yeah. Exactly. 1.67. Alright,
So
what
that's
is 6b minus 5b?